Almost $4,000 spent in fragrances. Is enough enough? It gotta be enough. Nah, it's not enough. Hey, come back. We're gonna talk about what I got over the past couple of months. And yeah, you gotta come back. Come back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what you gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, I gotta get into it. I know you want to get into my fragrance haul. Now, listen. My channel is fairly new, so we're still getting acquainted. You know, obviously you like me because you're here, you've been watching all my videos. So I've been buying like crazy, and I don't know when to stop. But I think I'm done for the year, for real. But I figured this would be a perfect time to discuss all the different fragrances that I got. And yeah, let me know, are these all the things that you have in your collection? Is it something that you want to pick up? Do you like any of them? Don't like? Just let me know. Let me know. Tell me, talk to me. Tell me how your day's going, whatever. Just let me know. So let's not waste any time. All right, I'm just picking things up at a random. Not gonna really get too much into it. Just show you. I just gave you a sneak peek on what I'm about to show. But yeah, just get into it because there's so many different fragrances and we're gonna be here all day. So one of the fragrances I picked up, shout out to Joma Shop, because Joma Shop be having like the crazy Parfums de Marly sale. So I had to pick up Oriana. I absolutely love this fragrance. I know a lot of people say it smells like Love Don't Be Shy, but I think there's some differences between the two. Needless to say, the notes in there, it was a must, an absolute must. And yeah, so look how gorgeous she is. See that? Just an elegant bottle. I want to collect all the perfumes from the female line for Parfums de Marly, but I don't necessarily like all the scents. But just because, look at how beautiful that bottle is. Gorgeous. So yeah, Parfums de Marly, Oriana. Next up, we have Angel Share. I absolutely love wearing Angel Share. I was talking about this to some girl in Sephora. She's like, she's the type to gatekeep because she don't want people smelling like she smells. I'm not a gatekeeper, but listen, I hear you. The thing is, do we really run into people that smell like us? Not necessarily. I don't really ever smell people that go in like me, so I don't care. I love when people ask me what I'm wearing because I'm more than happy to tell you. It's just, let us all smell good. We don't have to live in a world that stinks. Listen, New York, we don't necessarily smell too good. So more people can smell good in New York, I'm with that. But yeah, Angel Share. I know a lot of girlies are talking about the Middle Eastern brands that are dupes for this, but you gotta get the OG. And this is an absolutely amazing, cozy scent. And if I could wear it all year, I mean I could, but I for sure would. So that's Angel Share. So now we got a couple of things from BDK. This is becoming a house that I'm really enjoying. There's a couple of things I still want to pick up, but I feel that'll be better for the summertime. So, but this definitely for this time of year, Velvet Tonka. I wore this thing a couple of times, and I've mentioned this in another video. It's beautiful by itself, but when you pair this thing with some type of cherry fragrance, oh my God. And it's a powerhouse. So if you like your fragrance and people to smell you, you can't go wrong with Velvet Tonka. Check this out from BDK. Speaking of cherry fragrances, we also have BDK Rouge Smoking. This is a pretty polarizing scent. People love it, and if some people feel like it smells like root beer or some type of cola or whatever, I love it. I got a sample of this sometime last year, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I need a bottle of this. Oh my, how could you hate this? But I like sweet scents, so things that are sweet to me, I usually gravitate to. Who doesn't? I don't know. I love it. I absolutely love it. But that's Rouge Smoking from BDK. Check her out. Now, just a heads up, a lot of these fragrances that I got them on sale because, as I mentioned in numerous videos, we don't pay full price. We don't pay for retail. So there's so many different places, whether it's Jomba Shop, So Avant-Garde, Scent Split, Lucky Scent. You get yourself a little discount. Take advantage of whatever sales and from Macy's, Blooming, wherever. Do what you gotta do. But because this is very expensive and pay, unless that's your thing, buy me something. Let me know. I'll give you the address. You buy me something. I got still some things on my list. Let me know. But yeah, if you like me, that we like to save, definitely pick it up somewhere where you can get a discount, a cute little discount from. So, but yeah, let's keep the BDK train rolling. Lastly, got Gris Charnel. This was a blind buy. I don't recommend blind buys, but everyone kept talking about it. I was in the search for fall fragrances, and I saw a couple of videos saying how this smells perfect for the fall or when it's raining, gloomy out. So Avant-Garde had a sale not too long ago, and I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. And I am ecstatic with this purchase. I mentioned this in another video that I think this is perfect for rainy days. It just pairs so well, and this is just, you can't go wrong with this. It's very unisex, so man, woman could wear this, and you want to feel something uplifting when it's cool, when it's gloomy out and it's raining and it's cool. This is it. Gris Charnel. You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. So definitely check that out. Again, you can find this in so many different places for the cheap or cheaper. BDK. They doing their big one. Shout out to BDK. Next up, we have Burberry Goddess. So, you know, we got some designers in the house. So it's not all niche. Not a niche snob. But yeah, I smelled this when this first came out, and I was like, yeah, I needs this. If I can get it out the box. There we go. I almost dropped that thing. This is just a beautiful lavender vanilla scent. I know a lot of people feel like this, it's all right. You know, there's the goat Monguerland that a little bit better than this, but you know, we don't with women fragrances, you don't really get lavender too often. So to have that in there, I instantly loved it. And it's long lasting. I remember when I first sprayed it a couple of times, I went to Bloomingdale's and I tested it out, and then I walked and I was going back to where I was going, and I was like, what is that smell? What is still, it was this. It was this. So definitely, again, if you're not a niche, just a niche snob, and you like your designer fragrances, I'd say check out Burberry Goddess. Is it complex? No. Is it crowd pleasing? Yes. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you don't need to smell like watermelon and cardamom. Sometimes you gotta stick to the basics, and this is definitely it. Check this out, Burberry Goddess. Next up, we have Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. So I think this is a very underrated fragrance. I know because it's not in the private blend, some people feel it's a little bit more watered down, but I love it. I love it. I'm not necessarily a big rose fan, so when I saw that this had coffee and rose, and not just any rose, but Bulgarian rose and Turkish rose, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and try that. And I loved it. I've never smelled the original one. Maybe I would feel differently, but hey, again, sometimes things don't need to be too complicated. Sometimes it is what it is. This lasts for me. I know some people, again, said it was watered down, but in my layering video that I have, I said all the things that I make it project and last for a long time. So this was another great pickup for me. Tom Ford Cafe Rose. Keeping it in the Tom Ford family, I didn't actually purchase this. Shout out to my loving boyfriend. I've been talking about Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale for the longest, and He wound up getting it for me. He wound up getting it for me, and needless to say, I am a very happy woman. But yeah, this is also part of the fragrance haul. Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale, part of the private blend. This is an amazing scent. Now, tobacco, what is it? Is it vanilla? No, it's tobacco vanille, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. That's not for me. That is very masculine leaning. I can see that for someone like my boyfriend. But for me, this was the one. This was the one. Funny enough, when I had tested this out, it was in the summer. And it was cool in the whatever department store I was at. I believe I was also in Bloomingdale's. It was cool. So you smell the vanilla instantly. Went outside. I was like, I don't know how this feels. When you get into your office, and those of you that work in an office building know that for whatever reason, the air conditioner is on -2 degrees all year long. Summer, winter, fall, spring, for whatever reason, it's on all year. So when I got into the office building and then the cold, I was eating, and then, my hand, I always test fragrances on my hand. Like, I don't really put it too much elsewhere on my body, but always on my hand. So when I was eating, I was like, what is that? It was this girl right here. I am very excited. I know she is going to perform in the winter time. That's when I plan on wearing it. I'm just absolutely ecstatic with this. So that's another one of our fragrances in this haul. Next up on my fragrance haul, we have Bond No. 9's Tribeca. I was shout out to German Shop again. They had a nice little Bond No. 9 sale, and I was waiting for my opportunity to pick this up. All the guys and the girlies were talking about this, and I knew I had to pick it up. Not only because it was raved about, but some of the notes I was definitely interested in. I love New York Nights from Bond No. 9, and it has this caramel note that's so prominent. So when I saw that this was in here plus cacao, I knew I had to indulge. And yeah, this is another scent along with the Tom Ford. I can definitely see this just really shining in the wintertime. It gives very much cozy vibes and something you would love to wear around the holidays. So I cannot not wait to definitely rock this. And yeah, pick it up. Bond No. 9's Tribeca. Next up, we have House of Sillage's Minnie Mouse. I did a dedicated review on this. If you want to check this out, I absolutely love this scent. Absolutely love it. I didn't feel necessarily the Sillage was that crazy, but it's getting there. I don't know if it's because the more it's been sitting, because what I layered it with, I don't know, but this is an amazing scent. If you're not into sweet stuff, then this may not be your zhuzh, but I'm a girly that loves sweet fragrances, and this is no different. Beautiful packaging, expensive, but it's a beautiful scent, and I love wearing her. So that's House of Sillage's Minnie Mouse. Next up, we have Maison Mataha's Escapade Gourmande. I did also a dedicated review for this, and I think this is hands down the best vanilla one can have. I don't make the rules. I said what I said. This is an absolute, it's in the name, gourmand. It is super gourmand, super sweet. You smell like creme brulee. It's a beautiful vanilla. If you're a vanilla fragrance head like I am, you gotta pick it up. This has to be the best vanilla. A lot of people are talking about it on TikTok, but not enough people on YouTube. So I'm bringing her here. And also too, depending on where you try to get this, it may be out of stock, or it may be back ordered. So I'm not lying to you guys. You gotta pick this up. If you can't pick it up, sample it. But I promise you, she's that girl. She's that girl. She's that girl. Then we also have, keeping the gourmand vanilla vibes, we have Bianco Latte. I was getting ready to call this thing Blanco because it's white, but it's actually Bianco Latte by Giardini. I'm not Italian. I apologize if I butchered this. Giardini di Toscana. I apologize again for butchering that up, but this is an amazing scent. Again, I've seen this in a couple of videos, not too many videos, but a couple of videos where, yeah, like if you like Gourmande, definitely have to pick this up. And this is no different. I will say, with the Maison Mataha's Escapade Gourmande, you could probably get away having either or, but I smelt the difference in this. I forget the notes that are in here. I can do a dedicated review, but if you're a vanilla lover, a gourmand lover, this is something that you need in your collection. Absolutely. This is just edible. Box just fell. You don't need the box. Screw the box. But yeah, this is just another fragrance that if you try to get, I believe you can get it on Lucky Scent or Scent Split. Another one that has been back ordered or out of stock. So I'm not lying. I'm not telling you just to tell you this. Like, people are really buying this girl up. So if you like vanilla, I can't remember the other notes. I think it has caramel in it. I don't know, but I'll put it up in the screen right here just so you know. But definitely you gotta pick her up. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. Another one from Parfums de Marly. Again, shout out to Joma Shop, because this one right here, orange blossom goodness, Safanad. You see that? It just looks so elegant, like royalty. I don't know if those of you who know, and I mentioned this in another video, do you ever realize with Parfums de Marly, they have a lot of, like, orange blossom is in a lot of their fragrances. Apparently, that from back in the day, I can't recall what king or what time period, but since the people didn't use soap often or what have you, one of the things that was used to smell good was orange blossom, and that's why this house uses a lot of orange blossom, because it's paying homage to that time period. I know that was a little choppy, this story, but I just put you on game. So if you didn't know that, now you know. That's why orange blossom is very prominent in a lot of their fragrances. But this, oh my God, you just smell like an absolute sophisticated boss with this one. Funny enough, Fatale, that's something that I want to get next year. Similar, but I find that it's a little bit more toned down than Safanad. Something that like an actual boss in a office setting would wear. But this just screams elegance, money. She was coming home with me, because that's what I am. Elegance, money, right? You get that vibe when you watch my videos, okay? But yeah, I smelled this, and when I smelled that initial bomb of orange blossom, she was coming home. I didn't know when she was coming home with me, but Joma Shop came through with the sale recently, and your girl picked her up. So this is Parfums de Marly's Safanad. Okay, so next up in the fragrance haul, we have Mancera's Roses Vanille. I smelled this, was it earlier this year or last year? It's a cute scent, maybe because of the vanilla and everything. Did I say Roses Vanille or Roses Vanilla? Roses Vanille. Maybe, as I was saying, the vanilla was able to sit for a minute, but when I initially sprayed this, I was like, I don't know about this. Because the rose is so prominent, and how I mentioned with Tom Ford's Cafe Rose, the notes specify Bulgarian Turkish rose. Notes in here just says rose, so I don't know if that's a different type of rose or what. But if you're not a rose fan, you may not mess with this. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it does smell, if you have MFK's Gentle Fluidity Gold, it smells very similar, except for the Gentle Fluidity Gold doesn't have a prominent rose like that. But this definitely smells similar. It's in the same family, just that the rose is extremely prominent. What I needed to do with this, I needed to pair it with Kayali's Vanilla 28, just because I needed to sweeten it up a little bit. And then on top of that, it became more enjoyable for me. But again, if you're not a rose person, this may not be for you, but it's a beautiful scent. Definitely want to check out more from Mancera. There's some on my list that I'm very intrigued with. I know they just came out with a cafe scent, and I'm a big coffee fan that I want to check out, but obviously we don't blind buy here. So that is Mancera's Roses Vanille. Whew, y'all still here? Oh my God, it is just so much, but again, we getting acquainted. This is still very much new here on this channel, so I wanted you guys to see what I got. That's all. Sorry. Next up, we have Initio Side Effect. So when I had bought Valaya, I had gotten some samples of different fragrances. One of them was Side Effect. Now, I initially sprayed it and I was like, I don't know if this smells, I like it, but I don't know if this is something me being a woman would like smelling like. So I was just, I don't know. But you know how sometimes you gotta put samples away and come back to things. Your nose changes, especially with all the different like niche fragrances. I don't know if your nose kind of picks up on certain notes, so now you're able to tolerate things in other fragrances. I don't know if that's how it works. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws right now, but needless to say, I had to leave Side Effect alone. It wasn't initial like, oh, I love this. So I'm looking to declutter my samples because I have so many and give some to a couple of friends. And then I stumbled across Initio Side Effect. Let me smell this girl. I was like, oh, this is sexy. This is sexy. This is something you could wear on a date night and just have your man or your girl or whoever just be like, yeah. Yeah, no, this is, oh my God. Oh, God. God. Beautiful, 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 beautiful scent. Now, I don't know, again, if it's something that needs to sit for a bit or what, but she's taking it. You want to be sexy on date night? This is it right here. This right here, you cannot go wrong. I promise you. Yeah. Yeah. You can't go wrong. She's taking it. So next up on the list, keeping it kind of in the vanilla vibe. I know it's one of the notes in here, but Liquids Imaginaires Blanche Bete. I don't know if I think I said that smooth. I said the name smooth, but yeah, you know, everyone is always talking about this. So this was something else that I decided to test out when I went to Scent Bar, aka Lucky Scent. For those of you that don't have the actual store in your area, Lucky Scent. And everyone kept talking about this, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get in on that. It's latonic, it's cozy, good for like sweater weather, perfect time of the year. So I definitely had to try this, and yeah, oh my God.
Oh, she's taking it.
Just, you know, a scent is good when it just stops you from what you're getting ready to say. This has a milk note, so when you first spray it, it's a tonic. So it might be something that you kind of like aren't used to and gotta wait till it dries down. But man, whew, wow. There's not much that I can say. It's such an amazing, this is the word that I use often, amazing. It's not much you can say. It's not a safe blind buy. Just because I said, again, the latonic note with the milk, you might be thrown off with that. But other than that, when it dries down, baby, God, I'm going to smell like a snack this fall and winter. You understand me? Do you understand me? Yeah. So that's Blanche, Bete from Liquid Imaginaires. Some of these names having me in a chokehold, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Child, we're almost there. We are almost there. This I picked up. I mentioned this in the Sephora's savings event that I picked up. That I finally got around to getting it because this girl is extremely expensive, but extremely worth it. I don't know. It's hyped up, whatever. It's as a fragrance head and someone who collects. This is something you definitely need in your collection. I'm sorry. I do like the Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, but this one just, and Kilian always does their big one, right? With the packaging, is absolutely gorgeous. I got over the summer too, Moonlight in Heaven, and that package was just, I could have put that in my fragrance haul, not for nothing, but it's fine. I'm not gonna go get her. The It Girl, Love Don't Be Shy. You're into orange blossom, you're into marshmallow, sweet scents. You can't go any wrong with Love Don't Be Shy. So I finally picked her up, 20% off at the Sephora sale. Yeah, for sure. Here's a little tidbit. You can actually get Kilian fragrances from Bloomingdale's. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why in Bloomingdale's it's cheaper, but you know how Love Don't Be Shy retails upside down. You know how Love Don't Be Shy retails for $2.90? In Bloomingdale's, it's $2.75. Same thing with Angel Share. It's significantly, there's a drop in price. So if you can't get it on sale on Sephora and you're willing to not wait for any sales, you can definitely get it at Bloomingdale's for a little bit, like $20 off. I suck at math, so is that $20? $2.90 minus 75 is... that might be 15. I don't know. I can't do the math. I don't need you to judge me. It is what it is, okay? Needless to say, you'll get a little discount. But speaking of Kilian, we also have Princess. I don't have the original bottle. It was something that it took a minute for me to really mess with, but yeah, I had to, once I got her and that marshmallow note was marshmallowing. I want to rip the box. There we go. I was like, yeah, she's coming home with me. Kilian is climbing the ranks when it comes to the fragrances that I own, because there's not too many that I dislike from Kilian at this point. So they climbing. Just what can you say about Princess? Actually, not for nothing, this is another reason why I decided to get this one. I love this packaging. I didn't like the square and the little spear on top. That wasn't appealing to me. This, it just goes with Kilian's fragrances and the whole liquor bottle vibe. This is so much classier to me. So this was another reason why I'm like, yeah, this needs to come in my collection. Although I'm not the person, I'm not gonna sit here and not buy or a fragrance because of the bottle, but for sure, packaging and details, definitely it goes a long way when you're marketing a product to someone. So this, the bottle change, I think is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it's absolutely elegant. So if you haven't already, at Sephora, the sales that they have, boom, or you get your little $10 when you points and stuff like that. It's cheap. It's the cheaper fragrance in the house of Kilian, right? Just because they wanted to make a fragrance that the mass would be able to purchase or would be willing to purchase, and this is that. $130 plus a little cute little discount. Can't go wrong. Kilian's Princess. Child, we are almost there. We are almost there. Oh, we got 2 more, I think, right? 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. I wound up tossing the box already. Again, I was trying to maintain the boxes because we're doing this video, so I wanted you to see the unboxing and what have you, but it is what it is. Kayali's The Wedding Velvet Santal. Now, you girls, y'all done bought up the silk one, but hey, you do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at it. I think the reason why that one sold out quicker than this one, granted the notes, I'm sure people saw the notes was like, yeah, I need to get that. But I feel when Mona released this, Kayali released this, and it was marketed in a sense because this was her groom, Hassan, fragrance, or his portion of the two. So people thought, oh, this was probably going to be more manly than, or more masculine rather than Mona's. So I think since Kayali is typically marketed to women, that was the reason why people gravitated to that. I could be wrong, but that's my guess as to why that one sold much quicker than this one. You let me know in the comments when you originally heard The Wedding coming out, which one was the one that you were gravitating to more. So I wound up getting the sample of the silk Santal one, but it just, I know when it came, a second restock, a quick one came in. I bought that up too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. And yes, they layered very well together. But you know what that one reminds me of? Slightly, like the scent profile, it reminds me of Vanilla 28. So with that said, if you don't have that one, pairing that, you know, Vanilla 28 goes with everything, but pairing that with this, you'll get the vibes you're looking for when it comes to that. This, don't sleep on this. Y'all not buying this one, but don't sleep on this. This one smells very, very nice, and it's creamy. I think it works well in this type of season, fall. Don't sleep on this. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. So I picked this one up, and yeah, I compliments. And I wound up pairing it with, from Bath and Body Works, they have a vanilla blossom something. It has sandalwood in it, so I thought that would be perfect together. I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's not a layering video, but I promise y'all, you can try this one. This one is cute if you haven't already sampled it. That's Kayali's The Wedding Velvet Santal. Last, and certainly not least, well, yes, it's least, yes, it's a wrap this year. We got 2 months left. I did enough damage. We'll revisit fragrance purchases in the springtime, unless you want to give me a gift for Christmas. I mean, I don't turn down gifts, but this I'm always on a quest for vanilla. So next fall, winter, I'll definitely be buying up a lot of vanilla fragrances. But I saw this on Instagram. Someone mentioned in their video, I wish I could remember the person, but she mentioned her 3 top vanillas. Escapade Gourmande, the Mataha, the Maison Mataha joint. Kayali's Vanilla 28, because that's just that girl. Then she mentioned Jovoy Paris Fire at Will. I was like, oh, for it to be, I already was head over heels for Escapade Gourmande, and then Vanilla 28 is Vanilla 28. So to be in that company, that means something. So again, went to Scent Bar, aka Lucky Scent. For those of you who don't have a scent bar in your city, Lucky Scent. When I went to go test out Blanche, Bete, and there was something else. Oh, the Bianco Latte. I wound up testing this. And I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. This is a different interpretation of vanilla, because with vanilla, typically you have, it's more gourmand. So I know one of the notes in here, I believe, is mimosa. So I'm like, wow, just the way people just find different things to blend with for fragrances is absolutely fascinating to me. So when I saw that that was one of the notes, you can actually smell that it's not necessarily super gourmand. So this is the box. I'm over here opening it and talking about it. This is the box. Can you see it? And I had to wait this thing, another perfume that has been back ordered and out of stock. Got it from Scent Split. Took 700 years to come, but it finally came not too long ago, and I was super, super, super excited to get this because I just love fragrances that have vanilla, and then it's just a different twist because there's so many times you can make a vanilla fragrance or orange blossom or rose or without it being redundant. So this is the bottle. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at the cap. Just, do you see that? Do you see how beautiful that is? I'm definitely doing a top vanilla fragrance video soon, so look out for that. But this, oh my gosh, beautiful. So I was super excited when this finally came, and you know, it smells gourmand, but it not fresh, but like just a certain like brightness that maybe you might associate with citrus, but it doesn't have citrus. I really think it's the mimosa in here. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. So now I can smell. I smelled the vanilla here, but like when I put my hand out, it's just that brightness that I was mentioning for Fire at Will just is in the atmosphere. But yeah, if you love vanilla, oh my God. Oh, I love vanilla. Vanilla does something to me. I told y'all this is like an aphrodisiac, apparently. But yeah, if you haven't heard of Joe Voy, Paris, Fire at Will, definitely check this out. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. Again, these fragrances that I'm mentioning, the Escapade Gourmande, the Bianco Latte, these are things they've been sold out. They've been sold out of stock, back order. So I'm not lying to you. If you get your nose on it, get your nose on it. Smell it, because the girlies are buying it up. The girlies are buying it up. We did it. That is my list. That is my big fragrance haul. Again, we're getting acquainted with each other, so I wanted you guys to see everything that I've been purchasing since the summer. And there's still a couple of things that's missing, but you know, I'm pretty proud of the collection that I'm building. Let me know if you smelled any of these niche fragrances. I had a couple of designers in there. If there's something that you suggest I should smell for this upcoming winter season, and we're still in fall, so if you have any other suggestions, let me know. Let me know what I should be looking towards to, since I cover the bases with these seasons, what I should be looking towards for the spring. If you haven't already, do what you gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe, follow the whole nine. I'm gonna give you the little information. Boom. I'm also gonna link and let you know where I got everything and where you can find them, so you know you can be like me if you don't have some of these already. Well, you probably do. I'm confirming that these smell so good. Always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.